Hello, fellow wet shavers. Thank you for tuning into the Wet Shave Experience with Brian. Today is Friday. Hey, it's the end of my work week. Hopefully it's the end of yours. If not, hopefully your week's going well. For Friday, I've got another Halloween shave lined up and one that I'm really familiar with. It's a soap that not only I've used the soap already, but I have used this artisan a few times. So today we're going to be using First Line Shaves, Razor Ruby Undead. Really cool label art on there. The artwork on this was done by Chicano Designs. He does some really cool stuff. Side label on that, as you can see, which is much appreciated. As I mentioned, I store my soaps kind of in my drawer like this, so it's really nice to have a side label on there, hint to other artisans that might not do that. Might be a nice touch. Also list the ingredients on there as well. And this is handcrafted in St. Louis, Missouri, designed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So there you have that. I'll also be using the Mastering Splash today. I switched up a little bit with the razor. I'm going to go back to my very first razor purchase when I got into DE shaving, which was only a short 4 months ago. And that is the Merkur, do it that way, right? 34C. And I am using a PermaSharp blade in here. I haven't used the PermaSharp blade in here yet, so I was just kind of curious on how that would work in this razor. It's a very mild razor. You could probably use just about any blade in it that will work well. I do find in some of the razors, like my carve, some blades worked better than others. For a brush, I am using this brush I got from King Shave. He goes by King Shave on Instagram. I don't see a lot of stuff being put out by him right now, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's got a synthetic tuxedo knot on it. It's not a really big knot, but I've really enjoyed this brush. And I find that this green color, although I wasn't really necessarily looking for a green one, happens to go with a lot of my sets. There's a lot of green out there. And so, I don't know if you can see, I got my lather all done up there already. I bowl lathered off camera today. I bowl lathered on camera yesterday, and the video was like over almost 30 minutes, so I thought that was a long time. So today, I just bowl lathered off camera. Let me know if you watched the bowl lather or if you didn't watch the bowl lather, if you'd like to see bowl lather or not. But anyways, there's what my lather in the bowl looks like. The soap is kind of a brown color. Not that that makes any difference in soap performance, but I do notice that some of them that have particularly have vanilla in them, it oxidizes and causes that kind of off coloring. I don't see vanilla listed as an ingredient on this, so I'm not sure what is making it that color. Once it lathers up, it really lightens up, but it still does have kind of an off-white color rather than a really bright color like some of the lathers do. Scent on this is really good. It's made after or fashioned after or inspired by a fragrance called Enigma. So I'm going to read the soap notes or the scent notes off here because I can't memorize this stuff. Bergamot, neroli, and black pepper on the top notes. Middle notes, jasmine, ginger, tobacco, and cognac. And I just misspoke earlier. Base notes, vanilla, patchouli, and benzoin. So obviously it must be the vanilla in here making this color. So I guess I should have read that first, right? Or remembered that. Anyways, some really good ingredients in here. It's a beef tallow based soap. It's got shea butter. It's got kokum butter, apricot oil, jojoba oil, organic meadow foam oil, sweet almond oil, fragrance oil. It's got unrefined cocoa butter, silk amino acids, Tessa silk, vitamin E. So it's got some really great ingredients in it. This is their 3.0 base. Like I said, I'm familiar with First Line, so this is First Line Shave Friday. So that was kind of started by Ken, Shave326 on Instagram. So we've been doing, I don't know, for the past 2-3 weeks, First Line Shave Friday. I've had this Razor Ruby for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. it was kind of cool because they dropped this early in the month, unlike some of the other drops that have been closer to Halloween, and they've kind of shown up Halloween week. Some of them may not even show up till after Halloween. So anyways, got to use this one kind of for the month, or for part of the month or most of the month, as it dropped, I think like on the 3rd or 4th of October. But I do have 3 other first line products. I have their Del Mar, Dapper Man, and then also Fallout. And so I did look this morning, and this is out of stock. In fact, I think he was upgrading all of his soaps to the 3.0 base. And when I looked this morning, they're all out of stock right now. I did send a message to Michael Riley, the owner, yesterday about a restock. And he said, although I won't say that the Undead will be restocked, but he is working on a restock of the 3.0 base soap on all his other ones very, very shortly. So if you didn't get anything on the 3.0 base, it'll still be available, or it'll be available soon. I think he did put it out to a couple of online retailers, but I'm not sure which ones those are off the top of my head. All right, I'm gonna wet the face and get started here. I will use my Proraso pre-shave today. Again, pre-shave, I think, especially when you get to some of these really nice high-end soaps. I mean, all the artisan soaps are high-end, but maybe an unnecessary thing, but like I said, I have it, so I'm gonna use it. So as far as the scent goes, it's a little florally. So if you don't like florals, this may not be a scent for you. I don't know if he's gonna re-release this one next Halloween. Like I said, it's sold out anyways, but just to kind of talk about the scent, it is a little bit florally, but I don't think it's feminine in any way, so don't take that the wrong way. I definitely pick up the neroli in it. You know, neroli is kind of I think a white flower, and so you know, the jasmine. I think between the neroli and the jasmine, you get a little floral. It's not a dark scent. I mean, it's a Halloween release, but it's definitely not a dark, or it's not necessarily a fall scent either, or a winter scent. I think this one could also potentially be worn year-round. And so I get the neroli, a little bit of black pepper. There's bergamot in there, but I don't get a strong amount. Well, yeah, there's definitely some bergamot, but I don't so much get the jasmine. I don't really get the patchouli. Vanilla's way there in the background. So definitely a lighter scent. It reminds me a little bit of, I don't know if you tried Noble Otter's Rar when it came out. That one was very neroli forward. I think it had neroli and like geranium or some other floral notes. And for me, that was too light, and that was actually, for me personally, a little feminine. This is kind of along the same or similar scent profile, but definitely more masculine in my opinion. So I don't find this feminine at all. I quite enjoy it. It's nice, it's light. Again, it's not really necessarily a dark winter, fall. You're not going to get, you know, smoke and burning leaves and soil and all that kind of stuff that you're going to get in some of the darker scents. But definitely really nice. And I think you could potentially wear this even in the summer year round. So overall, this one was a hit for me. Definitely one of my top scents from them. So let's go ahead and get started in the shave. Yeah, see, it's nice, and little peaks folding back on themselves. So this brush was a good little pickup. Actually, I got it. It's got a little can't even see it, but on the bottom there's like an imperfection, and so I got a discount on it. Who doesn't love a discount, right? But it's been a great little brush. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, at the Wet Shave Experience, you'll see this brush quite a few times. I don't have a ton of brushes. Again, I'm new in the wet shaving, about 4 months in. I'm new on YouTube for sure. So if you're tuning in, thank you, I appreciate it. If you like what you see, hey, subscribe below. I'd really appreciate it. Oh yeah, something I was gonna mention. Got a little mail call yesterday, not a huge one, but an exciting one nonetheless. Managed to snag myself a Lancaster Razorworks towel. I got the white one. He did a drop on Saturday, and they're all sold out now. They sold out pretty quick. I almost forgot about it. I got on there late, and the only color he had was white, which I thought was perfect. My wife likes white towels and everything else, and so I thought that would be perfect. Wasn't thinking about what if I nick myself and it's a white towel, but then I thought, well, heck, I can bleach it. But then I just read the directions on there. It says, don't bleach it. I'd use it today, but it also says wash before first use, and I do kind of get that new car smell off of it, if you will. So looking forward to using that. That was kind of exciting to get that in the mail yesterday. Glad I was able to snag that. I think they're sold out now, so look for a future drop from Lancaster Razorworks on the towel. Super soft. I mean, it is super soft. It's really thick. It's got a nice border on it that is supposed to help with fraying and stuff. So really looks high quality, very thick. So can't wait to use that. All right, now to the shave. Very smooth. Slickness is pretty good there, residual slickness. All right. So I don't know if you've tried First Line or not. Somehow it was also, the Del Mar Boulevard was also one of my first purchases when I started. I think that dropped like in July as well. And like I said, I've been only been doing this since June. So I got my first sets around Father's Day. In fact, I got 2 sets as a Father's Day gift. I had kind of picked them out and sent the links. So I got Del Mar and I liked it. It might have been their first 3.0 based soap, if I'm not mistaken. So I liked the soap. So I just kind of started falling into First Line, I guess, if you will. I don't know if you guys have noticed, like when you first started, you tried a soap and then you liked it, so you bought other scents from that soap, or you go along and you find a soap you like and you just kind of fall into an artisan. I don't know, I know there's a lot of other artisans out there. There's a lot of great soaps and it's hard to try them all. So I tried Del Mar, I liked it. And then I just kind of got a couple other ones. Some of it, to be honest with you, I mean, is artwork. I don't know. Do you buy a soap because of the reputation of the artisan? Do you buy a soap because you like the cool artwork? Do you buy a soap because you know, you've heard good things about it, because of the quality of the base, because of a price point? And there's all kinds of different factors that are going to drive you to buy a soap. This, for me, initially was kind of artwork, and you know, at the time it was kind of being marketed out there and hyped up. So I ended up with Del Mar, and it's not my favorite first line scent, and all of them are, everything he has is at this point is a dupe of something. So if you like cologne dupes, First Line is a great line of products. If you don't like cologne dupes, maybe not for you. Wet the face. I happen to like them, so I guess maybe that's one of the other reasons why I kind of have bought so many First Lines. It's because I do like the cologne dupe scents. I think the blue is Eternity. I don't have them all memorized, but, and red is Fahrenheit. Dapper Man is Beach Hut. This is Enigma. Can't remember what Del Mar is off the top of my head. Star Odyssey. One of them is, I think, Neo. It might be Star Odyssey. I don't have Star Odyssey, but in my last order, Michael Riley was kind enough to throw a little tiny sample of Star Odyssey in there, and that one smells fantastic. That is definitely on my radar as well. Got good enough here. Anyways, somehow I've kind of fallen into First Line as an artisan. They are also, although not quite as spendy as the Holy Cow I used yesterday, they are a little bit on the pricier side in terms of cost per ounce. I do find their product to be very, very good though. And $1 to each tub of soap goes to a charity called Backstoppers, which Michael Riley is generously donating to. And Backstoppers supports families of fallen First Line responders. So $1 of it does go to a good cause. I'm really liking this Ken's tip on kind of trying to hold it a little bit looser. I mean, you can't hold it too loose, you're not gonna get a shape, but a little bit loose on here, almost like a drumstick. Like, not like a chicken drumstick, right? But but a Neil Peart drumstick. And bonus points if you get that one. Kind of aging myself there. If that reference as well. I always got to be careful right here when I go sideways. I got this line right here that if I don't push my skin out, that razor can kind of dig in there. I've got myself a couple of times there. It's just a nice mild shaver. I know it's probably one of the most popular razors for first time wet shavers or entry level. This and I think in the Edwin Jagger DE89 are kind of two of the ones that I see most commonly recommended for people that are just starting their wet shaving journey. Kind of hard to go wrong with this as a first purchase. And the price point, I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, some of those razors are really, really expensive. You know, when you get into the Wolfmans and the haircut and shave company, high-end ones, I think they're copper ones, like $600. So at this point in time, I'm a little rich for my blood, but hope to try those someday to see, are they worth the price? I know for Ken Shave 326, the haircut and shave company is his GOAT, greatest of all time. And I'm gonna kind of do a hybrid third pass cleanup. But anyways, one of these days I'll try some more razors. Like I said, I only have, since I've only been doing this for a while, I have my Carve, and then I have a King C Gillette that I picked up at a Walgreens, I think for like 30 bucks. And then I think I got the Mercure for like 30 or 35 bucks. Those ones, you know, they're good razors. They'll last you a long time. They're not necessarily solid stainless steel. I'm sure they're plated, but should last a long time. I guess that's the upside on the razor. If you spend a lot of money and you get a high quality razor, high quality metals, it should last you years and years and years. So, and if it was going to be one of few razors that you have, then maybe it's worth the purchase. I don't know, what do you guys think on the razors and price? Is it worth paying the extra money? Is it a luxury? Is there really a difference in shave performance? All right, hybrid third, so I'm going to do a third pass on the sides. It's just a really nice scent, really nice soap. I've been pretty lucky this week. I mean, I've used 5 soaps. This is day 5 of Halloween. I think Monday I used Flowers in the Dark, which I had already had, which wasn't necessarily a Halloween drop, but scent I love. Tuesday, what was Tuesday? Tuesday I think was Tallow Scream by First Line, and that was a great scent. And I'm familiar with First Line's products since I had Honest Abe. The only scent was Wednesday's scent that was somewhat of a miss for me, and that's just a scent thing. It's not a soap quality or performance thing, and that was Delirium from 345. And not to take anything away from John and 345, because I do have Shark Bite, and I do quite enjoy his soap. And from a value standpoint, that was definitely the best value for sure of the week. And 5.8 ounce tub for like $13.95. I mean, how can you beat that? I think I'm gonna leave this area alone. Maybe not. You know, I probably could. This soap will take some water for sure. So I don't know. Maybe if you're looking at my lather and wondering, I think maybe I could have thrown a little bit more water in there. but I still got a good shave, so I guess it worked out fine. All right, I'm gonna leave the mustache area. Irritated it a little earlier this week. It's still kind of recovering on that. All right, some pickups there. I think. Oh, and the color, good. Wow, this is just a really good scent. Like I said, I've been pretty lucky this week with some great scents. Flowers in the Dark, one of my top. Tallow Screams. Schreichel's Tallow Scream. It's gonna be in there. One of my top scents for going forward, for sure. And the Vor yesterday, the Holy Cow that I use, and that was definitely a luxury purchase. I probably consider that base again eventually as my budget permits. But that one was a good scent. I think that's one where the soap performance was really, really good. The scent was good enough, and I definitely will keep it, and it will be in my den. I do find that I did find yesterday that the scent, actually as I was wearing it throughout the day in the morning, it kind of settled out and on the dry down really, really nice. And I quite liked it. So I liked it more than I liked it at the very beginning. Definitely more than I liked it off the tub. Definitely more than I liked it actually even during the shave. So I was like sitting at my desk periodically, and you get a whiff of your aftershave throughout the day, hopefully throughout the day if it lasts long enough. And it just kind of throughout the day just felt like, hey, that was, I just caught that scent. That's actually pretty nice. So anyways, I'm gonna clean the face off here. So I'm working on the videos. Hopefully they're getting a little bit better. I got some good feedback from my wife last night, or yesterday. Said, oh, you're too monotone, and you use a lot. And I do know I do that. One of the reasons why I wanted to do these videos is I wanted to work on my speaking skills, really. I occasionally have to present for work. I'm not in sales, so I'm not presenting all the time, but I occasionally have to present for work, and I'd love to be able to become a better speaker. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing this. And the other thing is just to get me out of my comfort zone, do something different. And I enjoy wet shaving, and I thought, hey, why not? Give it a try. So here I am. So as I go through this, I am working on my ums and my stutters and not being monotone. Part of it was my wife is sleeping in the next room, and my 3-year-old comes in the middle of the night every single night and ends up in our bed. My 5-year-old half the time does, so good thing we have a king-size bed, because there's often ends up being 4 of us in there. But they're just on the other side of the door here. So I was trying to kind of be a little bit quiet, and so maybe that kind of led to some of my monotone presentation. But anyways, if you're still with me, great, you got through that. I'm gonna try to improve for you. All right, let's get the splash on. And I really like the splash. I like the feel of it. It doesn't dry out too quickly. It's got alcohol in it, but as you can see, I'm still kind of rubbing it around on my face. It's nice and slick. Has some good ingredients in it, and I really enjoyed the splash. The other thing I like about First Line Splash, for me, I find that it lasts almost all day long. I know that different splashes from different makers will last different amounts of time. Like I think on Monday when I did Flowers in the Dark, one of the things I mentioned, my only wish for that aftershave splash is that it would last longer because it dissipates pretty quickly, a couple, 2-3 hours, and it's kind of, I don't know if it's all gone, but you can't really smell it that much. With First Line, one thing I've noticed is it lasts me all day long. I mean, I literally can still smell it when I go to bed. And I find that with all their splashes. So if you like fragrance and you like smelling it all day long, this might be a product for you to try if you haven't tried it. And it just sticks around, and I really, really like that. In fact, and not to say you shouldn't buy an EDP or EDT, because I know he sells them, but frankly for me, I don't think I would need that. I don't usually I'm not a fragrance guy in terms of colognes and EDPs and EDTs anyways, so I don't buy those to begin with. But if I were, this lasts a long time. I don't know that you need it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So anyways, I'll wrap it up. So that was our shave today. First Line Shave Razor Ruby, First Line Shave Friday, and the matching splash. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good day. Have a great weekend, guys. Thanks.